Welcome back to The Mix. He knows what a car can do when it makes an impact. We also know what he did to make an impact in our first responders and military families who live here, and his support for our Holiday for Hometown Heroes campaign is amazing. Mr. Joe Brown from Accident Law Group is to make sure we are up to date with our insurance.
Yes.
So important, like I said, you know what the sound, when a car makes an impact and how it can ruin your life, but the big part is new year, new things going on, and I guarantee you there's someone out there right now when you talk to them who is going to their car to make sure the insurance is in there, because I did the other day, I totally forgot because I took it out for something, and then you kind of forget it, but new year, new laws too.
Well, you know what, you got new laws coming up, but more importantly, in the beginning of the year, you're doing everything you can to kind of figure out, hey, what do I need to do? Let me take notice of myself. Do I need to lose weight this year? What do I want to focus on? Check your insurance. I think that's a great time to sit down and say, do I have enough coverage? Is my family protected? Uninsured, underinsured? Those are designed just to protect you and your loved ones. And that's what they're for. Medical payments coverage. It pays your medical bills whether you're at fault in the insurance or not, or at fault in the accident or not. My daughter's turning 16, and she just says, she's just turned 16. We're going to take the driving test later today. And she's like, well, if I get pulled over, where's my insurance? And I'm like, oh, it's right here. I pull it out, boom, it's expired.
Oh, wow.
I was like, so this morning I'm printing the new one. I'm like, all right, you're going to need this for the test.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, even for me, it's something you need to check. Beginning of the year, just sit down. Hey, where's everything? Do I have my registration? Is my insurance there? Is my insurance in check? I mean, have I gotten a raise? Am I making more money? Do I have more obligations? So, do I need to increase my insurance limits?
Yeah. All right, this is very important, and because people go and Google and they try to listen to their friends and do things and stuff like that. And I'm going to ask you here, if I get into an accident and I don't have my insurance on me, but I do have insurance, am I still going to be pretty much in trouble a little bit?
Well, it's at the discretion of the officer. They can give you a fix-it ticket. They can run through the DMV and see if you have insurance. And if they do, a lot of times they'll give you a fix-it ticket. A lot of people, you can bring up your insurance online, like you pull up your app, whatever, and you can show the officer, and sometimes the officer will be sufficient with that. It is ultimately at their discretion. I get it all the time where someone walks in the office, they're like, hey, here's the police report, but the guy said he didn't have an insurance card on him. It's expired. He said he had insurance. The officer said he checked, he has insurance. He just didn't have a new card in his wallet. So,
yeah.
that happens all the time.
Okay, so let me ask you that on the legal part here, and of course, I'm getting my legal advice. Not saying I've done anything wrong, okay? Not yet, Joe.
No.
But all right, I get into an accident, I didn't have insurance, I'm getting sued. That's where you guys come in, because maybe I didn't have them because it elapsed or something. So you're there to help with that, right?
Well, we represent people who've been hurt in the accident.
Okay.
All right. So you get an accident with somebody who doesn't have insurance. They're uninsured motorists. That's where I said earlier, let's check your limits. Make sure you have enough insurance. So someone leaves the scene of an accident, someone doesn't have insurance, that's where uninsured motorist comes in. That pays your medical bills when the other person doesn't have any insurance. Underinsured covers when you don't have enough insurance. Right now the limits in Arizona are $1,530, so it's the minimum the person has is $15,000. You get hurt in an accident, you go to the hospital, you've racked up more than $15,000 more likely. That changes in July, it goes to $25,000. So that's a good increase, but still not substantial if you have a good injury. You make a decent living, you got $50,000 in medical bills, you're not working for a couple of weeks, even a couple of months, you could lose everything. And that's where insurance is important.
All right, okay, there you go. All right, Mr. Blue Eyes, like to call him Joe Brown. How can they get a hold of you?
Dial **ALG, or you can visit us at accidentlawgroup.com.